Hello, listeners. Welcome again to English Podcast with Fai. I'm Fai, and today's podcast we're talking about how to like study. Interesting, right? Studying can be a trying experience. You can do everything right, buying yourself treats, planning your time carefully, making sure your room is well ventilated, and your chair properly adjusted for your back, and still feel like you're counting out days until the end of the study period, or until you leave school, or quite possibly until you retire. So here's the challenge. How can you make studying not only tolerable but actively fun? This is a skill many students only learn when they go to university and begin to study a subject they actively love. When you're still studying subjects that you're indifferent to and some that you long never to have to study again, enjoy yourself is to be inspired of the subject, not because of it. One day, you might come to like the subjects you loathe at the moment, but it's not likely to happen when you're cramming them ahead of exams. Here are some tips for finding ways to have fun while studying. First, listen to good music. This is a classic study tip for a reason. Everything is more fun when it's set to music you love. Some people have the gift of being able to concentrate even while listening to songs with tricky and compelling lyrics. Some can even write an essay while singing along. Before you just go for your favorite songs, it's probably worth considering whether you are one of those people. For most people, music without lyrics is a better option. That doesn't necessarily mean Mozart. Film soundtracks are fun and motivational, and you can't pretend that you're in a training montage while you're studying. Plus, a good soundtrack goes on for ages, reducing the amount of time you'll have to spend in finding just the right choice of song. Second, turn it into a game for yourself. Scrabble board with word learn kickstart your motivation and revolutionize your studies. We've written about how to gamify your studies before, but it's worth repeating because done well, it really can help. The study aids of puzzles, quizzes, and flashcards all tap into the fact that we often learn better with games and are more motivated too. Have you ever spent time trying to get full marks on Sparkle when the work you're supposed to be doing wishes attended? Then you'll know how breaking something down into an achievable and miserable goal makes it much more fun. Third, turn it into a game with others. Studying with friends is a bit of a minefield. It can be motivating and helpful as you share ideas that you might not have thought of individually, or you can end up having so much fun that not much studying actually happens. And then the fourth, study somewhere different. Mix things up with a little al fresco studying. Studying often gets boring simply because you don't get a change of scene unless you can't go from your room to the library and back. Studying outside on the summer is tricky. There's sunburn, glare on laptop screens, and ants to interrupt you, but if you can find a shady spot in a garden or park, it can make the whole process feel less stressful, as well as making you less jealous of the people who get to have fun outdoors. Fifth, challenge yourself. When you're studying, as with when you're at the gym, it's sensible to pace yourself. Don't demoralize yourself by taking on more than you can handle. Instead, go slow and steady with regular breaks so that you can go for the long haul. And at last, feel free to be ridiculous. There are very few perks to the high-pressure time of studying for exams. One of them should be that you have the freedom to be ridiculous. If you're going around the house singing songs about chemistry while pretending to be Henry VIII, you're already looking pretty ridiculous. So let your embarrassment go. Ultimately, if it helps for you to instruct sock puppet in the beliefs of major world religions, or you feel like eating nothing but bread for lunch helps your focus better on the French language, then go for it and make studying fun. So that's all some tips that you can use to like study, guys. Do you know wanna play all of them? Or which you prefer between all of those tips? Let me know your answer in comment section below, or you can share in my email at fzh1903@gmail.com, okay? Thanks for listening English Podcast with Fai, everyone. See you in the next podcast and goodbye!